Yeah, that's the new catchphrase. So I want you guys to follow me. Join me on here so we can have some fun and silly a little bit. But the main goal is to teach you about how home-based businesses can improve your financial life. So tune in. Hey y'all. Let me get myself situated here. I may not be able to type in the comments because I'm driving, but hopefully at least I see them. So good morning, people. Yeah, this is early for me. It's 8:56 here in Alabama, and anybody who knows me knows I don't rise until at least after 10 if I can help it. But had a road trip this morning, got a doctor's appointment in Birmingham today, so I had to get my butt up and get to moving. So I'm gonna be late because I did what I'm such a creature of bad habits. Now yesterday, when me and 92 was out running around, some told me go on and stop and get gas. But I hate getting gas. So of course I didn't stop. I said I'll just get it this morning. So the other bad habit is instead of getting on up and getting dressed, I lingered to the last possible moment. So I got up and got in the shower. So I'm walking out the door and it's already quarter till 9. My appointment's at 10. The drive on a good day is probably about an hour and a half. Could be a little bit less. But it's Birmingham. You got to factor in traffic at any given time. So if I don't get there by 10, it'll be close. But so yeah, now I didn't get narrowed it down to I got an hour, and I'm not even on 65 yet. But it's all good. They'll be there when I get there, and I took the day off. So if they have to push my appointment back because it was my fault that I am late, I can't do nothing but live with it. So yeah, I'm up and at 'em early this morning. And it's one of those things where it's not an appointment for anything specific. Like, you know how if you haven't been in a while, it's time to get your prescriptions renewed. For those of you that are long-term prescription people, they want to lay eyes on you. Because honestly, they ain't gonna do nothing when I go up here, but ask me some questions and run some labs. That's all they do. Something that they could have skipped and just went ahead and called in and refill on them prescriptions. But after being in the healthcare industry now for almost 30 years, if I don't know nothing else, I know that healthcare is a business. They got to make their money, and they're going to make their money one way or the other. They're going to make it so you got to do something, whether it's coming from you or it's coming from your insurance company. They're going to get theirs. So, yeah. I'm like, okay, here I go. And I don't have to drive way to Birmingham, but I lived in Birmingham for years, and I have been established with this one, with my family care physician or whatever you want to call it, since come on, get over. Since I moved back from Florida in 2012. So like we got a rapport. We good. I don't feel like starting over. So I'm just like the most I have to go is once a year. I can do that if it's gonna be more convenient for me as far as having to go through all that red tape to get refills and all that type of mess. So, oh man, plus I still got a lot of people in Birmingham. Tony, my business partner Tony is in Birmingham. When I was here, I had to come up here for mammogram a couple of weeks ago. And I stopped through to see him and his wife when I was with him. So it's like, it ain't a bad thing because I can always stop in and visit with some friends and try to do lunch with your friends. But I ain't gonna lie to you, most of the time I be ready to get in and get my butt back home. Cause I'm like, yeah. 'Cause now me personally, because I don't get a lot of personal interaction with people with me working from home, but I do get around people that I ain't talked to in a while. What might start off as a quick, I'm just gonna pop in for about 30 minutes. Shit, we be sitting there talking about 4 hours later, still talking. So, man, my daughter's so funny. She be like, I tell her, we're just gonna go in for a minute. She look at me like, Mom, I don't think you know how long a minute is. We finna be here all day. She already know, especially when we be over my parents' house, because it'll be to the point where I say, okay, y'all, we finna go, and we done gave our hugs, and we just start walking to the door, and either my mama or my dad will say something. And she know when I turn around and put my hand on my hip, she just like, we ain't going nowhere. She go ahead and sit back down, pull her phone out. And she like, we're not going nowhere. I already know. And I be looking at her like, no, we finna go. And she be like, yeah, we finna go. But I can't help it. When I finally get a chance to have some conversation with some grown people, I have diarrhea in the mouth. I do like, because you want to think. I mean, I'm generally, I've always been a quiet person. I'm not a person that you know, just just have to talk all the dang on time. But you don't realize how much you miss conversation. You miss conversation. Sorry, y'all. Until you don't have it. You know, you be thinking, it's okay. But I was in the office. I worked in the office up to 2015. Ever since 2015, I've been working from home. So I definitely sometimes miss the social aspect of going in the office. What I do not miss is having to find something to wear, having to, and I was, you know, being on time was a 50-50 chance. Sometimes I was there early, sometimes I didn't get there until late. It ain't no rhyme or reason to it. It just is what it is. So you had to worry about making sure you're clocking in on time and all this stuff. That's the type of stuff that I do not miss, and I do appreciate about working from home. But the social aspect of it, I do miss that part. Being able to go when you know how if you're in the office and you hear that good gossip and you got to tell somebody. Me and my friends always said, gossip burn a hole in your tongue. You got to tell it so bad. So it would be one of them things where you done got the word and you got to go let your people in the office know. And as soon as you walk in, as soon as I used to walk in the door, I used to walk in with this big Kool-Aid smile. And they like, oh Lord, what you done heard? And you knew it was gonna be good. Now that type of stuff I miss about being in the office. All of them unnecessary meetings and nothing pisses me off more than having a bunch of unnecessary meetings. A meeting to decide when we're gonna meet to about something else. Well, we don't need no meeting to decide when we gonna meet. Hell, and then most meetings end up could have been an email anyway. That's my thing. I just don't like wasting time. That ain't never been my thing. And earlier this week, we had a meeting with my director, and our team, the team I'm on with my job, is pretty small. There's only at the core, there's only 5 of us. Excuse me, 5. Yeah, if you include my director, there's only 5 of us, and we don't meet very often because it's not a whole lot we need to talk about. But she met with us um, the other day because um, our facility is merging with another facility out west. And this isn't our first merger. So, whenever that happens, you're going to have new management in place and all that stuff that you're not used to. And that's the part that I could do without, because in my years of dealing with office politics, I hate office politics. I started off my career in management, and I learned it was just a big headache. It was a huge headache. Management meant nothing but babysitting grown folks. That's exactly what it boiled down to. Babysitting grown people. And then you got all these different personalities and all of that stuff. And I'm just like, I was over it. I was telling my director, we were at that meeting because she was sort of going over a slideshow and letting us know who's going to be doing what now, since we're merging with the folks out west and this, that, and the other. And, a lot of people are concerned because they don't know if because they go after middle management first. So all of these VPs and stuff are concerned as to whether their position is still going to be there or still be needed. Because honestly, I was looking at the dang organizational setup, and I'm like, we got like 7 or 8 associate vice presidents, and we got all of these, I'm like, my mom used to say, sometimes you can have too many cooks in the kitchen. But, our organization is very big. So, um, not the area that I report to directly, but our department as a whole, now with this merger, there are 3,200 in our department. So there's a lot of people. So I can see needing a lot of leadership. But what bothers me is when people don't talk to each other. Because over the years, whenever I've been somewhere and we get a new manager, you know, 9 times, I'm going to say 9 times out of 10. I would say 7 times out of 10. It's going to be somebody that's coming in. They feel like they got to come in the door flexing to let it's that whole, you're going to respect me and I know everything and this, that, and the other. Those are the ones I don't care for. Because I'm like, you coming in the door and changing everything when you don't really know what's going on when you got here. You haven't asked no questions, or maybe you have asked questions to people over our heads. You haven't asked us any questions. And you coming in and taking a practice that may have been working, and you finna change it just because you're new and you want us to know you're in charge. I don't go for that. My philosophy on life is, well, I got 2 philosophies. One is the Nike philosophy, and that's just do it. Just do it. Nobody else gonna do it for you. Just do it and get it over with. And my other philosophy is, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Now I'm all for innovation and growth and all of that, but if you have something that can be like a pain in the ass, and when you get there, it seems like they pretty much have it under control. Because, like, in the industry I'm in, the problems transcend wherever you are. You could be a hospital in California and have the same problems that we have at our hospital, because it's just a industry issue. And so, if you get somewhere in that particular aspect of the job is doing well, don't jump in there and change it and make it worse just because you're trying to flex. I don't like that. In my years of management, it took me a while. Like, let's see, I did management from 1997 up until 2012, and I chose not to do. There were still opportunities for management when I hit 2012, but I was changed. I was moving back from Florida to Alabama. I was going through a divorce. Um, I had a 2-year-old, and it was just a lot going on. So I was like, I really don't need babysitting a bunch of grown folks and listening to their BS to be added to what already dealing with. So I'm like, when I started talking to different headhunters and stuff, and they were asking me what I was looking for. There were positions open based on my experience that I could do with management, or I had the option of, just coming on as a regular employee. I'm like, let me be a regular employee. I'm like, I ain't got time for that. Because one thing about when I was in management, I took my job seriously, and I wanted to be fair and all that stuff. So a lot of that stuff it didn't end at the end of the day. I took that stuff home with me. I was processing it, trying to figure out, how I can, you know, make things better for the employees. Because, if something ain't fair, I can't just roll with it because, well, that's what we do. I always try to make a way to work around things. So when I first started, I started off at a facility where I was fresh out of college, and there were a lot of the age range of the employees went anywhere from my age, which was early 20s, up to people in their 60s who had been there for a while. And it was pretty much all women. We had a few guys. So there was a lot of different personalities, and I wasn't ready for that. I thought I was, but they can't teach you how to deal with that in college. So anyway, my first job was a learning experience. But as I kept going on, I started picking up things and changing how I do things. By the end, I felt like, I kind of had a management style I was happy with. Because my thing has always been when I first start as a manager, I want to, learn who my people are, you know. And the last job I had, it was a little more difficult because we weren't all in one place. There were people, we had more than one location. So I had to come in and first learn the setup, the processes, how we do everything. And, a lot of stuff, like I said, in the industry overall doesn't change. But what changes is software that people at the current place may use. Or, I'll be honest, the last management job I had, it was with hospice. But that was a whole different ball game, too, because I'm used to hospitals. And with most hospitals, it's pretty much doctors that run everything. Well, in hospice, it was a little different. Nurses pretty much ran everything. So that was an adjustment. But anyway, you know, I usually go in, try to, figure out what the processes are, what's going on. Then my next step, I want to meet the employees, meet them as a group, but then I always set up a time to meet them individually so I can kind of get a feel for their, how they feel about the job. And, of course, the new boss talking to you, people not going to come in, most people, uh, talking crazy because they like, I ain't gonna put a target on my back if I come in talking about everything that's wrong with the place. So they, of course, they proceed with caution when you first come in. But usually, I'm very honest with people. I'm very down to earth in my conversation. So, it usually goes pretty well. And then what I do for that first, I'm gonna say that first 90 days almost, I'm just gonna observe what y'all got going on right now. Now, anything that they tell me is an immediate issue that we need to look into, of course, that's gonna be prioritized first. But for the most part, if it ain't broke, I'm not gonna try to fix it. I don't have that type of ego where I got to come in and change everything and make you be intimidated by me. So that's why I don't have any respect for other management that comes in and does that. But yeah, we had our meeting with our director earlier this week. She was just kind of introducing us via um, slides because, like I said, they're in the Midwest. They're out in Wisconsin, and we're over here in the Southeast area. So it's going to be an adjustment. But the good thing is, around the end of the year and the first of the year for my area, we kind of it's not real busy, and that makes it better when you're trying to take off for the holidays and all that stuff. If you don't have all that work, because my work is deadline driven. Everything I have to do has to be in by a certain date. So I have to prioritize my work based on it. And so right now we're in a good place. So I'm glad. Because, I can't believe it's gonna be Christmas. Lord have mercy. Today is the 8th, which means we have 17 more days until Christmas. I'm still trying to get used to the fact that it's December, because that's crazy to me how quick December got here. Um, we're gonna be in 2024. Period. I mean, good Lord, I'm just like, time really flew by. So, as far as the holidays go, I done got to, and I used to enjoy the gift giving part of it, but they made everything so commercial now that I don't, it took all the fun out of the gift giving part. And then I have to think about too, for me, my family is not a huge family. It's me and my three brothers. Um, I have a daughter. My brother next to me has two daughters. So it's three grandkids, and then, the four of us and my parents. But when you stop and think about, okay, during the year, especially for my parents, you have Christmas, you have their birthdays, you have Mother's Day and Father's Day. And they don't really do a lot for their anniversary, so we don't really have to do anything real. But I'm damn near 50 years old, so I've been out buying gifts for them for all those years. You kind of tap out on what you on shopping. I know for me personally, it's like, and then my mom is easy. My mom is the type, she is thankful for whatever you give her. You don't have to give her anything extravagant. It's the thought that counts. She happy with whatever. Now, it's not that my dad is extravagant, but he's just harder to shop for. He's a lot like me because I'm appreciative of whatever also. But if you want to see me get excited about something, I don't know what to tell you to get me, because 9 times out of 10, and this goes for my family too, we're at an age now where if it's something we really wanted, we went out and got it ourselves. So what you gonna get? Christmas is not about gifts for me. And then I've always been picky as far as don't buy me no clothes. Because hell, half of the time I don't even know what I like. I can tell you what I don't like, but I don't always know what I want to buy. And then I'm not, I'm very particular about how my clothes fit, because I am old, thick sister. So, you know, the clothes is never the way to go. Um, Gift cards to me is just like giving me some money. Uh, I don't necessarily get excited about that. I appreciate it, but I'm terrible with gift cards, because what I'll do is I'll set them to the side. A lot of times if you get a gift card, somebody's mailed it to you or whatever, and I will set it aside, and not on purpose, but I'll forget about it. And then when I do think about it 10 months later, what did I do with that gift card? I don't even know what I did with it. So it's not ideal for me either, and because I'm just bad. I'm bad about gift cards like I am with coupons. I have never been a big coupon person because I forget that I have them. I don't think about it until you know after the fact. And so even when I used to order like those kids count books, they used to sell for fundraisers where it's got all this big book coupons. I put that book in the car so I can have it with me. But I never thought to take that dang on book in no store nowhere. So a lot of times I'm just donating $20 because I'm not using them coupons. So that's kind of how I feel with the gift cards too. Now, an easy fix for me, and I don't know, it took my husband forever to figure this out. I am a sucker for a stuffed animal. I love stuffed animals. I still have stuffed animals in my closet from when I was in elementary and high school on the way up. And I remember when I married him, he was like, um, you got to do something with these. So I, before I got married, I used to have them all over my room and stuff. So after I got married, I bagged up a lot of them, and kept them in the closet and stuff. But that is such an easy thing to me. I'm such a sucker for a stuffed animal. So you give me a stuffed animal, I don't care if you ain't spend but $2 for it. I love plushies and cute stuff, so I get excited about it. So people who really know me, two things you know, I love stuffed animals, and I love some sheep with my name on it. Woo, I'm one of them people. I like, and I'll do that most times when I'm buying gifts for people. Like when I do a baby shower gift or a wedding gift, I love to be able to get it either embroidered or engraved or something like that. I like personalization because then it becomes a keepsake, and I love keepsakes. So that's pretty much how I am. But yeah, when it comes to Christmas now, my thing is my parents. My mom is 70. My dad is 69. They're getting up in age. I value more than anything the fact that we can all still get together and enjoy each other for the holidays. Because, a lot of people have lost their parents, over the years. And I'm just thankful for that. So for me, I can put the focus on not so much the gift giving, but, the family meetup. And I moved back up closer in North Alabama to where my parents are from Birmingham because most of the time when I was in Birmingham, I worked from home, so I wasn't doing nothing. But when I did go out, I was driving back and forth to Birmingham to where my parents are. So I'm like, you know what? This ain't making a whole lot of sense. It's not really benefiting you to stay in Birmingham because I wasn't like doing a lot of social stuff. I was pretty much at home working and taking 90 to school and doing stuff with her. I could do that from home. So I decided in 2018, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and move back up that way because that'll save me on gas and on the bill. So nice. You see, every holiday, even though it's only an hour and a half away, you know, we didn't really do that whole go and come back the same day for like Thanksgiving or Christmas or whatever. So we got to pack up some stuff and load up the car. It's nice now. They're only like 15, 20 minutes away. Um, we can get up and go over there that day, you know. But although with Christmas though, we traditionally spend the night at my parents on Christmas Eve. Um, I think every year since 94 been in this world, she had spent Christmas Eve and spending the night at Granny. She never woke up at home on Christmas. So, we still do that, but we don't have to pack no bag now. It used to be it was packing a bag, getting the stuff together, loading up the car, blah blah blah. So I love the convenience of being able to just get up, drive over there, and when I get done over there, drive on back home. So that is a good feeling. So yeah, I don't usually have to cook or anything. If I do cook, I'm cooking over at my mom's house and helping her cook. My assignment ever since I was I'm gonna say I started cooking with my mama probably about 9 or 10. She did it at age. She had me do age appropriate stuff. So she had me know what wielding a knife at 8 and 9 years old. But my job might be like she do now. Like my mom makes the best sweet potato pies, but her thing is she don't want to find one string in her sweet potatoes when you making a sweet potato pie. And so anybody who's done that knows you're gonna be standing there with that beater beating until you don't see any more strings. It might take you about an hour, depending on how stringy those potatoes are. So that would be my job. A lot of stuff she makes requires boiled eggs, like the dressing. She puts boiled eggs in her potato salad, so I'm peeling boiled eggs, making sure ain't no shells in it. Then when I got a little older, I was cutting up stuff. I'm cutting up the celery, the onions, the eggs, all that. So I've always helped her cook and stuff. And so a lot of the stuff that she makes, I can make it, but what's the point? She better at it. So I let her do it. But when I was living in Birmingham a few times, they did come to my house for Thanksgiving, and I did the cooking or whatever. But for the most part, my mama enjoys doing cooking. And why should I take that joy away from her? But the good part is now, 90 Pooh, and since she's been about 8 or 9, she helps her, gets in the kitchen and helps her cook. So she learned it too. So now she beating them strings out them potatoes. I ain't got to do it no more. But I like the fact that she's having those memories because I think it's important. Like, I grew up next door to my grandparents. My dad had a house that, once he, you know, got married, they started off in a trailer next door to my grandmama and them house. And then, they ended up getting a house built, and that's the house I grew up in. So it was nice because, everybody else, it was nice then. I missed the part, like some people get excited about going to visit their grandma, like it's a trip. For me, it was just walking out the door and going over there. So that part, I didn't get to experience. But at the same time, everybody knows us because we grew up right next to the home house. So if you don't know any of the other 50 some grandchildren, you know Lisa and Reggie and the boys. They always call the twins the boys. Even though they grown now, they still, what the boys is? So anyway, yeah, everybody knew us. And things did change when my grandparents died because I lost my grandmother when I was 8 and my grandfather died when I was 14. So, once the matriarch passes away, so it changes things because a lot of my aunts and stuff that were always there for every holiday, you know, they didn't come back down. They started doing traditions at their own home. And it's understandable, you know. Because if mama ain't there, yeah, we're still there, and my dad is their brother, but, it's just not the same. So when my grandparents passed away, that changed the family dynamic a lot. But it just started all these new traditions. So, yeah, um, I'm glad that Naya, that was when I had her, we were living in South Florida. And she really, and that was one of my concerns. I was like, shoot, I stayed out here. She gonna get to know my mom and dad. And like I would like for her to get to know them because I am a huge, huge family person. Like even though my family get on my nerves, hey, Official D Spot, thank you for coming through. I appreciate that. Um, yeah, I'm a huge family person. I believe in, I ain't gonna say we get along all the time. 'Cause, that's not true. My reputation in the family is, I ain't gonna say I'm bossy, but at the same time, I'm a boss. So take it how you want to take it. But the good part is, I'm the one that's gonna come through and get the straightening. Sometimes you got to get straightening in the situation. And if everybody doing stuff and it ain't making no sense, I'm gonna be the one that comes through and say, look, this crazy. You do this, I'm gonna take care of this, and let's just do this and keep it moving. I don't like all of that bunch of confusion. Let me see. These guys says, I'm the big mama. I'm always arranging and organizing stuff. Yes, that is me too, Official D Spot. I I just, I'm a big advocate for common sense. Don't be doing stuff that's got you running around in circles when it's an easier way to do it. And you have folks that want to like tiptoe around things so it's not to offend. I'm like, if y'all don't know me by now and know that if I say something, I don't mean no harm behind it. I'm just saying, it's like if you ain't figured that out, I don't know what to tell you. So, like, whenever we have, you know, we family reunions. Hey, RNYTV, thank you so much for coming through. Good to see you this morning. I'm letting y'all ride with me because I got to go to Birmingham, and it's about an hour drive. And talking to y'all is going to help me not be as bored going down 65 South. But, yeah, when we do something like my thing is, I look for opportunities to do stuff that everybody can participate in. Because, like, we have Jehovah's Witnesses in our family. So, of course, when we do the stuff for the holidays, they not coming to this. So, like, when there's a baby shower, of course, I'm going to try, when I hear that somebody's having a baby, I'm going to try to do stuff like that because then everybody can participate and it's not a holiday thing. So, whenever I hear somebody's having a baby, if nobody's doing a shower, I would try to put together a shower or whatever. And my thing with that is, I just want everybody to come. I tell them you don't necessarily have to bring a gift, or I mean, I would hope you want to bring a gift. But my thing is, I'll take care of the food. I'll take care of all of the detail stuff. I just want y'all to show up. And I got so frustrated a couple of years ago. Well, actually, it's going on a couple of years. Because my youngest two brothers, the twins, they turned 40 in 2022. And so I really wanted to do something. Hey, church mouse, good morning to you. Uh, when the twins turned 40, because that was my mom and them last babies to hit the 4 zeros, I wanted to do something for them because, they don't have a lot of friends and stuff. Like me and my brother that's next to me, we're a little more social. So I invited the family. I'm like, y'all don't gotta buy no gifts. You know, we gonna have. I tried to throw the magic word in there, free liquor. Uh, I'm like, just come through and show support. So I did a Facebook invite. I sent text messages. I sent emails. I sent reminders. I'm like, please just come through and support. And one thing I can say about my friends support me no matter what I've got, what I'm planning. So, like, I have friends from Birmingham, Atlanta. Mind you, these are my friends, but because they knew how important it was to me that my brothers have this surprise party, they came through, and it was more of my friends there than it was family. And when I tell y'all, I'm not exaggerating, y'all. On my daddy's side alone, I'm talking about first cousin, like brothers and sisters. I got 50, about 50 first cousins. When we did the last family reunion, we counted it out. It's 50. And then I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say about 70% of them live within 10, 15 miles of where we had that party. So when I say you don't have no excuse, you didn't have to spend no money. You didn't have to bring a gift. All I want you to do is show up. And we had it catered. I went all out, all that stuff. And it is what it is. But I was disappointed because I'm just like, I get sick of the only time and it's so weird because that birthday was May 2nd. So we had that birthday party like April the 30th. Uh, Unfortunately, my cousin on my mom's side, she's only, I don't even think she was 40. She had been in the hospital and had to have a knee replacement surgery. And she ended up going home and having a blood clot. And she just died. You know how it goes with a blood clot. Out of the blue, she just died. So we ended up having her funeral a couple of weeks later. And you know, the pen, I can't, I'm sorry, I can't let her, if I'm one of them people, if it's something on me to say something to you, I don't hold grudges, but I ain't gonna let an opportunity pass if it's something that's bothering me because I can't hold on to it. So we at the funeral and stuff, and I'm seeing all of my family there, the same daggone family that I invited to this birthday party. And I'm like, I ain't say nothing then, but like after it was over and we was all standing around, the men was like, look, where was y'all at 2 weeks ago when I had that birthday party? I reached out to all of y'all. Why ain't nobody come through? And I was like, see, I'm sick of getting together for sad occasions. If y'all had came to that, we could have seen her. And if she had came, we could have seen her and had a good memory to have before she passed away. But, it is what it is. You can't make people do anything. But I will say this, I will put forth the effort because I just feel like in life, family is important. And I know things happen. Whenever I hear stories about people, and I met people, they're like, I haven't talked to my mom in so many years, or I got a sister, but I haven't talked to her in 15 years. I'm like, how did that work? I, I just, I just don't see not, and like I said, everybody's circumstance is different. So I try not to judge, but I just feel like that's wasted time that you could be spending with people that you love while you riding there with your mouth poked out about something stupid. Because a lot of times, and I ask, like, well, what happened? What was it? What y'all fall out about? And it'll be something dumb, something that they could have got over, and they just like, yeah, I know it seems small, but it's the principle. Okay, I hope the principle is important enough for you to miss out on 10 years of talking to your sister, seeing the kids grow up. People don't do nothing but create a whole bunch of tension when people aren't close like that. Because I know, you know, I'm the only brother when he got married. I ain't gonna lie, it was hard for me because I'm used to being the only girl, So even though it wasn't like, it just felt weird. And then not only was he marrying her, and she come in the family, but her daggone birthday was in April too. I'm like, that's my month. That's how fit I am. That is my month. So, but uh, we made it work. Of course, they're not married now. But for the sake of the children, not that we got any bad blood between us, but I'm just one of those people. If the connection ain't there, I ain't finna be fake with you. I'm gonna be cordial, and I'm gonna do what I can. But like, we didn't have that type of. Me and my sister-in-law didn't have that type of relationship where when the marriage ended, me and her was still gonna be, because we weren't never. So I know you pretending like we now. That's my logic. But I respect her. You know, she gonna always be my niece's mom. So yeah, we gonna always be good until we not. But it's just like I wouldn't. My thing was I wasn't gonna let a strain with that relationship prevent me from being in my future nieces or nephews' life. So I made a decision then. Get over yourself, deal with it, and yeah, go on and make it happen. And when my first niece was born, the same year I turned 30, and that was the biggest blessing. I was so excited. You would have thought I was having a daggone child because I love babies anyway. And we didn't have until Cam came in 2004. We ain't had no kid, no in our little family. We ain't had no grandkids or nothing. So I was super excited. You talking about we spoiled her little butt rotten, and she's still getting spoiled now. She's 19. But yeah, I would hate to sacrifice. all of that good relationship that you could be having over something petty that you really don't even remember what you was mad about. And I ain't never been one that could hold a grudge. Like I said, I had to get it up off me because it's like it'll fester in my spirit if I don't say something about it. And people who know me, they know I'm only gonna go for so long and then it's coming out. But the longest I can stay mad at anybody, well, the only exception was my husband. Now, when me and him split up, that thing stretched, I stretched that out a little longer, but that was a whole nother level yeah. But on the average, 2 weeks, that's about how long I could be mad about something, a whole grudge about something. And then I'm like, you know what? Shit, I don't ever, whatever. Just don't do it no more. That's my thing. And that works for me. But now I got some friends though that can be petty. I be telling them y'all petty on steroid. Why you still holding on to some stuff from somebody? I'm like, let that shit go. Let it go. But it is what it is. You can't tell nobody else how to feel. But I just, I always gonna call it like I see it. Uh, type person and very vocal about stuff, but I don't mean no harm. That's my thing. I don't mean no harm, but I just gotta say, it's stupid. This don't make no sense. It's a better way we can do this, you know. But anyway, it's worked so far. Shoot, talking to y'all is good. I didn't even realize how far up the road I was. I'm almost in yeah, I'm almost in. I used to live before I moved back towards home. I was in Fultondale, and it's right outside of Birmingham, like kind of outskirts. And I'm about 15 minutes from there, but where I gotta go is a little bit further out. It's 9:42. I'm still gonna be late. I'll make it work. So yeah, I appreciate y'all riding with me this morning. Let me run my mouth and not make me feel like I was talking to myself. uh, um, if y'all know me, for those of y'all that don't know me from my main, well, this is my channel, but every now and then I'll veer off and just do some chit chat. But my main focus is I have a financial channel, and we teach people how to we teach financial education. We have a financial education membership. I've been doing it for 8 years now, and me and my partner Tony Clockton, we come on live Tuesdays and Thursdays at 7 Central, and we don't talk more than an hour. We sit down, we kind of talk about money, taxes, credit, all that stuff. And um, my thing is, when I got over to YouTube and realized how many people have, really successful YouTube channels and people enjoy their conversation, but then I realized probably a lot of people didn't realize what they were missing out on because when you're a YouTuber and you get an AdSense check, you are a business. So one of the biggest things about our community, and I'm gonna say that loosely, our community, we don't always hear what some of the other communities hear about ways to, make sure we're not leaving no money on the table. So, a lot of you guys that are YouTubers, we try to share the information because you may not realize all of the tax deductions you can get and things that you can write off that you were gonna pay for anyway that you could be getting a tax deduction for. So that's pretty much our main focus. We have a credit repair, do it yourself credit repair um, that comes with our membership. And right now, we have been pushing the membership. We're signing people up during this holiday promo for 95 cents. Demetri signed up last week, a couple of other people. And so now I think it's back up to 9.95. But Tony and I, we the type we try to look out. So we do have coupons that we can give you that if you want to get started for 95 cents, we can make it happen. But the biggest thing is, our membership comes with credit repair, do it yourself credit repair, where you can um, learn everything you need to know about how they calculate your credit score. That is holding a lot of us back, and it's simple stuff that we can do or that we need to know to do or not do. They can bring that number up. We letting us. I hate for us to be held back on technicalities, and the only reason we held back is because we don't know the rules. You know, if you're playing the game, and life is a game, you need to know the rules. And a lot of us don't get the rules. And it's not so much because they hiding it from us, because a lot of the information that we share, they had right smack dab in the middle of the World Wide Web. But if you don't know to look for it, then what difference do it make? So that's our thing. We try to educate um, financial stuff, investing, um, giving you strategies to try and improve your finances. We always do a holiday promo because we know first of the year a lot of people got resolutions, or I call them resolutions. I don't usually stick to mine, but end of the year, a lot of times people trying to get some things together, get some things organized, and it's the perfect time to lower our costs so that you can join for a low membership fee of less than $10. And you got a whole month to get in there and see what we got to offer, whether or not you are ready. Because I mean, in order for your situation to improve, I don't care what kind of situation it is. If you're not ready to make a move and improve it, it don't matter what I got to show you. Is you got to put in work. So, the good thing about what we're offering, if at the end of the month you decide this is not for you, cancel the shit. Cut it. Cut. Let it go. You don't have to keep it, but our whole point is we want you to at least for a low cost be able to get in and see what we have to offer. And if you do decide to stay, there's a membership fee of $39.95 a month for to keep your website. And it's an actual business. It's an actual 1099 business, and this business has saved my financial life real for real, because before I had the home based business, I didn't have the deductions. I didn't have a whole lot of tax deductions. And if you know anything about taxes, if you are, it depends on what tax bracket you're in, the higher you're in, the more taxes they taking. And, you know, they're getting more use out of your money than you are. But when you have a business like these YouTube businesses, I mean, the government takes that into account and they give you some tax breaks. So don't just let the Donald Trumps and Elon Musk and all them people of the world take advantage of that. And you don't take advantage of it. Ain't nothing in that IRS verbiage that says Mr. King from Alabama can't do this. Nothing. So as long as I learn the rules and follow them, I can do exactly what Elon and Donald are doing. But of course, I'm doing it on a smaller scale. I ain't got that kind of money. But I get in there and learn them principles. I tell you that much. Since starting this business, first thing I learned, publication 15 of the IRS, hire your child. Officially spot, I don't know if you still on here, but I know you got them twins. You know, you can pay them up to $13,000 a year a piece to work for you. And I know you saying, well, what work they gonna do for me? But when I started my business, my baby was 5. First thing I did was created some Facebook posts and Instagram posts with her on the picture and telling people how to hire their child. I was using her likeness. So as long as I was using her likeness, just like that Gerber babies that's been on that job for 100 years, and any other kids that you see and them kids ain't doing them ass for free. Them parents getting paid. So hire your child. You have a right to hire a child. You don't believe me? Go to IRS publication 15. You can Google it all day long, and it talks about that if you have a child that's under the age of 18, they're not subject to Social Security or federal income taxes. So if you hire them, you can pay them a salary, or you pay them a salary. That salary is an expense to you because when you run a business, you got to pay your employees. So Uncle Sam is gonna reimburse you for having to pay them. And when you think about it, when you pay them, you taking that money, which was yours anyway, and it's still in effect yours because your kid is 5. you know, even though it's their money, you putting it where it needs to go. You take that money, you buy school clothes, you pay school fees, you buy, you know, whatever you want to buy. They want, whatever you want to spend it on. But the whole point is, instead of you just taking money you was gonna spend anyway and spending it, now that money counts as a salary and an expense to you. And because you have a business on the sale, that he gonna reimburse you for that. And see, this is what the Trumps of the world been doing forever because y'all know he also want working for free. And Trump Jr., he ain't working for free either. So hire your child. You got a business, learn how to do it the right way. Hire them, and then generational wealth is everything. Ever since I hired mine, I done had her working. If she went somewhere on a post or something, as far as in the home, I used to do home meetings. Have her open the door. People come in, she tell them have a seat, ask them if they want some water, if they like some snacks, put them to work. That's work. Shoot. So she has been an employee of mine for the last 8 years since she was 5. And then back in 2020, when did we start? In 2021, when the pandemic hit, we decided to start them their own business. So that we have Tie and Nye Essentials. If you get a chance, go to tieandnyeessentials.com. It's TYANDNY Essentials, ESSENTIALS.com. And you will see their webpage for their business where they sell hand sanitizer. Now, mind you, lately they ain't been selling shit. They got to be. They started this business when they were 10 and 12. Now they 13 and 15, and they don't have that same zeal and zest for it. But I tell them all the time, you been there on them TikToks and doing all that stuff. Do a business TikTok, tell folks about some of this daggone hand sanitizer. But the whole point of it is, at 10 years old, my daughter could say she had her own business. We had business cards printed. We had, we went and did, we recently, as recent as last year, we did a vendor booth at an event. So, we had a table set up and we sold it. That day, every bit of the product we had on hand, we sold. So, it's just a matter of working your business. But our goal is to teach them that it's more in life than working for somebody else. Work for yourself. She done watched her mama have a job ever since she been in this world. And she also watched her mama start a business. So I'm hoping that she pick up, you know, and have that same ethic so that she don't have to work for somebody else for the rest of her life. Because truth be told, I don't plan on working for somebody else for the rest of my life. I'm gonna get to a point where this business alone is gonna be it. It's gonna be it for me. And I'm thankful for my job because my job got me as far as I am today. But ain't nothing wrong with having big goals. And that's exactly what I got. I got goals that oh shit, 9 minutes to 10. I'm sure that's gonna be late. Because I'm at exit 272. And I think the exit I get off on is like, damn, I think it's 250. I still got about 20 miles. But like I said, it is what it is. I ain't finna trying to have myself out here, as my auntie used to say, run myself up a gun stump, wrapped around a telegram pole, trying to get somewhere that can wait. That doctor's office ain't going nowhere. It'll be there when I get there. But anyway, it's been about an hour. Well, it's been an hour. So thank y'all so much for everybody that came through. I appreciate you. Please like and share and keep in mind what I was telling you about. Go check out my page and check out the business information now. You know, we still doing that holiday promo. Like I said, for less than $10, you can try it out. You don't want to fool with it. When that 30 days is up, let it go. But at least get yourself familiar with the information. Or if you know other YouTubers, or it don't even have to be YouTubers, anybody who's got a business that is complaining about taxes and they don't think they doing everything right, share this with them. Tell them to check it out. We got answer solutions, and we've been around. This business has been around for 18 years. I've only been in it for 8, but the fact that I'm still in it ought to tell you something. Anyway, y'all, I'm gonna get off of here and try to focus on. Shit, I'm already doing 8 to 5. I don't want to take it too high, but I'm gonna get on up here to this doctor's office so I can get my tail on back home. I don't plan on being out here all day. Anyway, thank y'all for tuning in. I appreciate it. Until next time, um, have a great Friday and a great weekend. And I will bid y'all adieu. Good day.